little bit. I then put lubrication on, and then I'll measure from the nose to the ear and down to the stomach. On a lady who's like 5'4", something like that, most people of that size is going to be like 55 centimeters to 60. A tall man, probably 65. The goal for me is to hit the center of the stomach, not at the top, because if you hit the top and don't go further, then there'll be a lot of secretions in there that you're not going to be able to suction out. So you want to be kind of in the middle or near the bottom. All right, so after you get it in, you're going to hook it to suction. Now in the suction, you want it like right about 80. Okay, 60 I find is a little low, 80 is about right. You know, hook it up to the patient. Now, this NG tube, all right, this goes down, sucks everything out. This right here, in case you ever wonder, is an air vent. And it's like whenever you suction something out of a ketchup bottle, okay? You can like turn it upside down, pound on it all day long, it's not going to come out, but you have to get air in it. Well, stuff's not going to suction out of the stomach unless there's air behind it. So this is what this is. Now this right here is a anti-reflux valve. Now if you notice on it, this side is solid and this side is open. And on the white, okay, there's air vents, right? Now, what I have seen in the past, and it's a mistake, nurses get in a hurry or they don't know, I don't know, and they stick it in like that. Now when you do that, you've just cut off your air supply. It always, the reason this is blue, the reason that's blue, it's blue to blue. Always do it like that. Any other way is going to be wrong. So I hope we get that. Never mess up on that. Always blue to blue. So sometimes if it's not working, you know, you've troubleshooted and everything. Get a little bit air and push it down. Okay. If this is correctly working, a lot of times you can put it to your ear and hear a whistling sound. Okay. No whistling, there's a chance it may not be working. And if you see fluid backing up in here, get a little bit of water, flush it, and then flush it back with air. So you'll have the secretions flowing into the tank, okay? Now, one of the mistakes that we do is we focus us so much on the equipment, we forget about the patient. So, and what I mean by that is sometimes we'll look in and the patient says, I'm uncomfortable and everything, and we'll look at this stuff and we'll say, oh, okay, it's working because I see it going in. So it's working and it's fine, and we leave. But if the patient says, you know, they're not feeling better after you've put all this in and they're still sick, keep looking, all right? In one case that we had recently, this thing was backwards, okay, number one. Number two, after I fixed that, the patient was still feeling bad. So I thought, why is the patient still feeling bad? Well, I got looking, and this 5'4" lady, it was in at 70 centimeters. So she had 10 inches, okay, that's about 10 inches, extra 10 centimeters, sorry, extra of tubing floating around in her stomach. I don't know, did that make her sick? Maybe. So once I pulled that out and I got another 200 out, then she felt much better. So on daily maintenance, what you have to do is, and what concerns me sometimes is I'll do something and then the patient says, oh, well, no one else does that. And I'm thinking, why don't we do that? So what happens is I'll go in and I'll check and make placement. You can't just walk in, look and see, okay, green stuff is sucking in, it's in the right place and go. Actually flush this thing. This thing can get stopped up, with crud and everything. You want to make sure that it's completely clean by flushing it and listening. Okay? And then chart, it's in the second nair, it's in the right nair at 65 centimeters or 55 centimeters, and it's at suction, and you flush, you acetate it, put it in a chart and do it. So, let's see, another thing that can happen. I know what. A common mistake people do, let's say you're going to be putting this and then you're going to pin it. They close it up on this, okay? And you can't get it apart. So what you really want to do, because you might have to move this, is you want to give yourself hand holds. And what I mean is I'm going to fold it like that. Fold it like that. And then when I go to pin it to the person, okay, I stick it on like that. And then it'll stick. But if I have to undo it, I've got my hand holds and I can quickly put it in. If you don't put the hand holds, it's stuck. It's going to be almost impossible to get off. Now, sometimes you can do all that and they're still feeling sick. Remember, look at the patient. All this might be working right, but look at the patient. If they're still feeling sick and they're not feeling better, think to yourself, what else could be going on, all right? I want to give you an example. For 10 years, I was having this pain right here, all right? I was in the hospital 5 different times for this pain. And this last time, and they'd always check me in, do a cardiac workup, I was fine, send me home. This went on for 10 years, $100,000, okay? And finally, I was in this hospital, and Dr. Patel says, well, it's not cardiac, it's something else. We're going to consult surgery. So they consulted surgery, they did an ultrasound, they saw a little piece of something in my gallbladder. And I said, look, I can't survive like this. This is hurting. I've been to physical therapy. It's just hurting so bad. So they took me to surgery to take my gallbladder out. And I want to show you what the ultrasound missed. This was the gallstone that was wedged into my cystic duct. Ultrasound missed it. Okay? Size of a small potato. I worked all day with that wedged in my cystic duct and having back pain and chest pain. So my point is, if all this, it's set up right, you haven't taken shortcuts, you've occultated and everything, and they're still feeling sick, keep looking. Okay? Okay, that's all. Any questions about anything?
Thank you.